Okay, so the first one I'd have to say is the tax cut, the tax cuts that he implements for the wealthy. I think that is a good idea in and of itself. That's not going to make sense to many people, but I hold the idea that if you give tax cuts to the wealthy, I believe in the trickle down effect. I do believe in the trickle down effect that if you are giving tax cuts to the wealthy, therefore that'll open up salary caps within private businesses to hire more people and to conduct more business, which in turn is good for the economy.
But you only mentioned one. You just said that you like the trickle down effect with the tax cuts for the rich. You didn't mention anything else except for tax cuts for the rich. I just want to clarify: what incentive do they have to give it to their workers?
No,
Wait,
I mean,
wait, hold up. What incentive do they have to give money to their workers if it does not give them a profit?
Sorry, say that again. I gotta process that.
What incentive do they have to give money to their workers if it doesn't give them any profit?
I'm not really understanding your question. In my mind, if businesses are able to retain more money, that means that they have the opportunity to create more jobs to pay more people. And that's a real thing. It's been like, that's what happens.
Did you know that when you reinvest money
When
into
businesses are,
I just want to let you know, do you know when you reinvest money into your business, it literally is a write-off? So like actually, if you have a higher top marginal tax rate, they're more incentivized to reinvest into the firm and give wages to their employees. You didn't know that though, did you?
I mean, no, I'm definitely aware of that, but not all businesses do that. Not all
No,
do that.
that's just what works in the economy.
I mean, why do you think
they're going to be they're
the
profit
economy was so
maximizing
good
firms?
under Trump? Why do you think the economy was so good under Trump, though?
What particular?
It's because he did things like that.
Wait, what particular marker of the economy was good? And Greg, thank you so much for the $50 YouTube super chat. Thank you so much for Trump and JD Vance totally blindside Zelensky today. Thank God he did not. Yeah, seriously. I appreciate the Galaxy. Thank you so much. I really appreciate it. I did make a video about that as well on YouTube. You can check out my thoughts on that. I reacted to the whole thing. What'd you just say, Gabe?
Sorry, can you hear me? It says I have poor connection.
You said inflation was good?
Yeah, I said inflation was at an all-time low, and then unemployment was at an all-time low.
Okay. Unemployment was not an all-time low. 3.5% is not an all-time low. There were multiple points in U.S. history that were lower than that. 2 points prior to 2000 or prior to Trump's administration, but this is in 2019 when it hit 3.5%. But even it hit 3.4% in 2 separate months under Biden's administration.
Yeah, but
and also like in terms of
I'm
inflation,
aware of that.
How did the Biden-Harris administration cause inflation?
I'm not going to say that they caused inflation because inflation wasn't that bad under the Biden administration. That's not one of my arguments. So I'm not going to say Biden caused inflation because that's not true.
Okay. So then, what makes Trump?
But inflation.
What did Trump do to make the economy better?
Well, I just told you, deregulation of the private sector, tax cuts in the Jobs Act.
What specific deregulation?
Really Wait, what? I know.
Hold up. What specific deregulation?
On energy and finance and healthcare.
Which specific one?
Sorry, what?
What specific deregulation?
I'm definitely not that educated or anything that part. But I know he implemented deregulations on the healthcare, on the private healthcare sector, the finance sector, and the energy sector.
You don't know what deregulations. You just think that deregulations are good. Did you know that some regulations can like help market failures and make the market conditions actually more efficient?
How so?
For example, if there's pollution, right? If a company pollutes into like the water, right, that we have and we drink, that's going to kill a lot of people and cause more harm, right? Those are called negative externalities. Yep. So the cost imposed, particularly by them just being able to do whatever the fuck they want, is going to be a lot more. So if we put a tax there to prevent the company from engaging in that behavior, you have more social benefit within society.
Yeah, but that just means prices go up for everyone else though. Because if
You think prices
if
go
these
up? If you cared
corporations are
about
being
prices
taxed like
going
the
up,
Canada,
wait. If you cared about prices going up, you wouldn't have voted for Donald Trump, who wants to impose tariffs. Tariffs cause prices to go up.
yeah, temporarily tariffs will cause
In the
prices
long
to go
run.
up. That's right. But in the long run, yes, 100% in the long run.
Yeah,
100% in the
in
long
the
run,
long
that
run, prices
incentivizes
go up.
companies to build inside.
Yeah, but prices still go up.
No, in the long run, prices will go down.
No,
Prices go down because
they
that
go down
incentivizes
from.
businesses to
Wait,
do
wait,
business in
listen, Gabe,
America.
Here you're misunderstanding how tariffs operate. The production costs will still be higher than what they were previously. They will go lower from what they were originally at the height in which they were at, right? But that doesn't mean that it's lower than like it originally started at. So if you start here, you go up to here, and then you decrease to here, right? You wouldn't just reference the decrease; you'd reference the increase. Appreciate the head mustache.
Sure. Yeah. I mean, you know what? I'm not an economics major. I'm not a professional in tariffs. I've just listened to the experts, and the experts say that the tariffs will be damaging in the short term, but in the long term, they may actually lead to economic prosperity.
No,
So
that's not what the
I don't know. I
professionals
just
say.
listened to
The professionals do not say. What expert said that?
it's what.
Worship the cap.
Uh, Man, I can't name you the exact experts. I've seen it on the news. I don't know.
The news. Who'd you hear older millennials say
I've
that?
seen it on the
Jesus
news.
Christ, dude.
Yes.
Eric, think of the $10. Thank you so much. I do have an economics degree, and I have listened to the experts, and practically all the experts, people on the left and the right, think tariffs are bad. Like, I learned in my economics courses from right wing economist Milton Friedman, right, that tariffs are bad. Okay? That's what I learned, how I learned about tariffs. Okay? And that's coming from someone who's on the left. Well, for the
Yeah.
American politics. And Sid with the
No, I hear you. I
$50
hear
on
you.
Venmo.
But
Thank you so much, Sid. Can we get some W's for Sid in the comment section right now? Thank you so much, Sid. I really appreciate that. I'm glad that you can look forward to these lives. Yo, I appreciate it. Thank you so much. I really appreciate that. Yo, W Sid. Thank you so much. I really appreciate that. As always. Yo, thank you so much. Go ahead, Gabe. Did you
sorry,
watch
one
Fox?
sec.
Ruby, thank you for the roses.
No, I watch pretty neutral stuff.
Mm-hmm.
I'll watch both CNN and Fox from time to time, but I watch pretty neutral stuff. Anyways, no, like we know this that tariffs in the long run incentivize businesses to open up in America, which incentivize local like buying locally, which in turn that does increase the American economy and not anyone else's economy. Um, that's how it works. I mean, like there, yes, it could go the other way. It could. But again, these are temporary. These are temporary
Tariffs
tariffs,
actually
so that the United
decrease the
States can get
size
their
of the
money
U.S.
back from
economy.
Canada and Mexico.
Wait, they're temporary tariffs, so they're only going to increase. So they're only going to increase domestic production temporarily.
No, that's. I mean, yeah,
Okay,
it could. I don't have a crystal ball. It could.
yeah,
But
no.
if I don't
If
have a
they're
crystal
only
ball, but it could.
if they're only temporarily in place, well, then it's only going to temporarily increase domestic production. And then once you get rid of the tariff, then it will
Okay,
stop increasing
how else
domestic
would you
production.
propose?
It will actually decrease from the original state it increased
How
in.
else? How else would you propose that we get 25% of the automotive industry back from Canada to the United States, other than tariffs?
Don't we already have tariffs on automotive companies? And also, why would we need to tariff Canada? I don't think that we need to.
25% of all automotives are made
I
in
don't think
Ontario.
that we should be tariffing Canada on any type of cars like that. Right? I don't think that should exist. Right? They're our
Right, but
ally.
those are American cars, though.
So
They
they're
are
our
our ally.
allies. If they
Yeah, that's right.
if consumers in the United States prefer Canadian-owned cars Canadian-produced cars comparative to U.S.-produced cars, they should be able to buy those Canadian-produced cars for the cheapest possible price that they could possibly get them from the Canadian producers.
That's right.
They shouldn't be
But the
tariffed
United
on
States
that.
does that by. Yeah, but they do that. But they have. Yeah, right. That philosophy sounds nice, but there's a price on that philosophy, and that price is around $250 billion a year for the United States.
You know that tariffs overall decrease the size of the U.S. economy because plenty of U.S. jobs rely on production inputs that come from materials or labor produced in other countries around the world, which have a comparative advantage in producing particular goods, right? or getting certain materials. So you
Right.
understand that you're not understanding how global trade is very fucking important. Ebony, thank you for the $2. Thank you so much.
No, I know it's important, but when you're losing money and you're not necessarily winning from global trade, that's not good. Like that's why I like Donald Trump. He runs the United States as a business and he wants to maximize the United States' profits, and there's nothing wrong with that if it's a free capitalist society.
So you're saying that he wants to make money like
He
like
doesn't
it's a
owe
business.
anybody anything.
Can you tell me any good businessmen with 6 bankruptcies?
I could, you know what? I don't know many businessmen, but I mean, he's one of the most successful businessmen in the United States.
Can
He's
you
a
name
billionaire,
any
so clearly
success?
he did something right.
Can you name any successful businessman with 6 bankruptcies?
No, but I can't name you anyone who has spent more money than him on the things that he spent his money on.
What? That doesn't even make any sense. You can't name anyone who spent more money than the money he spent. What?
The high rises, the towers, the casinos that he built in New York.
That he
No one
bankrupt?
else was doing anything like that.
Yes, people are. People are doing things to
Yeah.
bigger extents. I can
Yeah, man.
mention
I mean,
anything that
you
you're
gotta take
referencing.
L's as a business.
Wait. His casinos are not the largest. None of his businesses are the largest. Tell me which business he has that's the largest.
I didn't say that they were the largest. When did I say they were the largest?
Okay, why? Then he's not. How is he
I didn't say they were the
successful?
largest.
How are they? Who? Which one is successful?
Brother, you think entrepreneurs are going to be perfect? You think entrepreneurs don't mess up and they don't make
I'm
mistakes?
sorry.
And they
When you
learn from it?
inherit,
That's why he's so.
I'm sorry, Gabe. It's hard to fuck up when you literally inherit $400 million from your dad. If I inherited $400 million from my dad, you wouldn't call me a good businessman. You'd say I'm some kid that just inherited money and got it handed all to me, and I don't have a real fucking job. But because it's Donald Trump,
he
you praise him
inherited
like he's
money
dictator
and
man,
then
like he's
2x'd
king.
it, 3x'd it. He inherited the money and then 2x'd it, 3x'd it, brother.
Dude,
He's
that's
a billionaire
not hard.
now.
That's not hard to do over 70 years with the S&P. You could have made more money from the S&P 500.
What?
Push the money gun.
Yeah, but he
That
wanted
doesn't
to take
make you. That
another
doesn't
way,
make
bro.
you.
I'm not Trump. I
That
don't
doesn't
know
make
why.
you
I
a
don't know where
good
his
businessman.
mind
He
works.
could have put it in the S&P 500 and an index fund, and it would have gotten more money.
Yeah, he very well could have. He could have made money. Yeah, he definitely could have. But I'm
Do
not
you
Trump.
realize
I'm
the
not a
type
biz-
of?
I'm not.
I just want to let you know, when you have $400 million, the type of investment that you can engage in comparative to the average person is significantly more likely to produce profitability, because you have less of a barrier of entry into practically any industry comparative to practically every American out there. So don't tell me that he couldn't do something that was likely fucking profitable very fucking easily when he has $400 million that he's going to inherit, accounting for inflation, to his
I don't
name
know, bro.
because of
He
his
just
dad.
wanted to build. He
What are
just
you
wanted to
talking
build,
about?
bro. I don't know.
He just wanted
He
to
just wanted to
build.
build. I don't know. I'm not Trump.
He
I
didn't
can't
build
answer these
shit.
questions for you. I'm not Trump. I'm not
Okay.
Trump. I can't
Okay.
answer these questions for you. I can't tell you why he decided to build and not invest, bro. I can't tell you why.
Well, does
I
that
don't
make
know.
him? Does that make him a
Like-
good? Does that make him such a good businessman that he should be president, even when he's been held civilly liable of sexually abusing women, when he's advocating for policy that harms the middle class and specifically benefits rich people at the expense of the middle class? When he's literally saying and threatening the alliances that we have with countries around us that we've been allied with for generations, right? When he's literally advocating to annex literally sovereign territory. Daisy, thank you for the $10. Thank you so much. I really appreciate that. Absolutely.
We can keep going down this rabbit hole. I don't think he's breaking any. I know you're referring to Canada. He's not breaking any. He's not breaking any relationships with Canada. He's just simply getting his money back because he feels like he's been mistreated, and the United States has been mistreated financially. That's it. He just wants his money back. That's it.
He's so delusional. He's so delusional.
He might be, bro.
Money back?
You said
What do you
how
mean
much
he
know?
wants his money back? What fucking money?
He wants the money back.
What money?
He wants his $200 billion a year back.
What 200 billion is he owed?
He wants his subsidizing. Not he himself, brother. You know what I mean. The United States of America. The United States of America pays Canada 200. I don't know. I forget the exact number, but it's over $200 billion for how much they import from Canada that they don't need. Oil. They don't need it. They can get it from Alaska. Lumber. They don't need it. They can get it from other
you are a
states.
fucking
Automotive.
idiot. Absolute idiot. You know that those are Americans that choose to buy those products? Are you saying you're banning Americans from choosing to buy products from Canada? You fucking idiot. What are you talking about? We get products for that 200 billion, okay? Do you think that they're not choosing to buy the What happened to free markets? Like, shut the fuck up, dude. You don't even understand what you're talking about. You've been fed political messaging and propaganda by Donald Trump to propagandize you into
Yo,
literally believing that Canada is somehow one of our fucking not one of our allies, and yet Russia is one of our allies. He's more friendly with Putin than he is
that's
with Canada.
mean. You just cussed at me. I didn't cuss at you once this whole debate. I thought this was
Gabe,
civil.
I'm sorry. I swore,
That's
man.
crazy.
Would you? I'm sorry, man. Oh my God, how horrible. My bad. I used a
I
swear
mean, bro, I
word.
thought we were gonna have a simple
This is a
conversation. You
Christian
said I'm a
Minecraft
fucking idiot.
server. How dare you use a
It
swear word?
is.
This is a Christian Minecraft server. Respect the Christian Minecraft server.
I like the civility that we were having. You said I'm a fucking idiot. That hurt. That one stung. I'm not gonna
I'm
lie.
sorry. What you said was actually stupid, though. I have to tell you when it is. I
It's
can't lie to you.
not,
I think it would
bro.
be
Oh my.
disrespectful for me to lie to you.
Okay, let me just ask you one question. Why would the United States get something that they can make in the United States? Why would they pay more for it from another country? Why would they do
It,
that?
well, it could be because the higher quality goods come from Canada for the same price or for lower price, or just the same
Higher
quality
quality
goods,
oil? Oil is
or
oil,
just
bro.
the same quality good for a lower price.
It's not a
That's
lower price.
yeah. Well, what do you mean? It's not a lower price. Well, then, how are you to evaluate that comparative to the consumer? I thought the consumer in the free market is the one that evaluates that. What are you talking about, Gabe? Are you saying that
My
the command
goodness.
control
Oh
style
my
economy is better for establishing like how you distribute goods comparative to a free market? Are you saying that you should impose certain governmental regulations, specifically like tariffs, to literally restrict people from engaging in the free market in the way in which they would like to choose so? I thought you were arguing for the free market and free trade when you first came on the live, and now it's not free market, not free trade,
Yes,
because you want to argue tariffs because Daddy
it is
Trump
still
said
free
so.
market.
What's that?
You know what, bro? I'm gonna give props to you for doing this all day because my brain is fried. I'm gonna keep going though for a couple more minutes. But props to you for doing this for hours because I seen you for hours just debating people dumber than me, and I just got to give you respect for that. But anyways,
Appreciate it. Derek, thank you for the
okay.
$15. Thank you so much on Cash App. Thank you so much, and Roland. Thank you for the $5. Thank you so much. Some W's for Derek and Roland in the comments. Thank you.
Holy shoot. Okay, my brain is running in circles. I'm looking getting dizzy. You said
Emma, thank you
that.
for the
Okay,
galaxy. Thank you
me,
so
yeah,
much. I
free
appreciate it.
market
If you want to
capitalist.
tap
Okay,
out, it's
yeah.
okay. Don't worry.
I don't want to tap out, bro, because like I know how to respond. I'm just getting tired of this. I don't know how you just do this for hours. Okay, so free market capitalist, I am for that 100%, and Trump is too. Like I
No, he's
said,
not. No, he's not.
the tariffs are temporary. Okay. Oh my gosh,
Protectionism
the
is not
tariffs
free
are
market.
temporary, bro.
If the tariffs are temporary, then the increase in domestic
Oh,
production is only temporary.
you don't know that though.
Yes, I
You
do.
don't have a crystal ball.
I have an economics degree.
Yeah, an economics degree isn't a crystal ball. You don't know the future. You don't know
I
what could
don't need a
happen.
crystal ball in order to know what the effect of a tariff is. I studied it and I know
Clearly,
what it
if the
is.
Trump administration has this philosophy that it will incentivize American made products instead of Canadian, Mexican,
Okay,
wherever else,
I have a
clearly,
question.
if it's
Gabe,
is
here's my
on the
question. Here's my
agenda.
question. Let me demonstrate it to you. All right, how does a tariff increase domestic production?
Okay, I'm gonna go slowly so I don't confuse
James, thank you
myself
for the
when I say
$2
things
YouTube
because we're
super chat.
throwing
Thank
out
you,
big
James.
words now.
Go ahead.
Okay. It incentivizes American domestic production because if the tariff is imposed on Canada, let's say, where the United States buys their oil from, lumber from, milk from, and automotives from, okay, that product that comes over the border becomes more expensive, okay? Therefore, that acts as an incentive for American businesses to make those things in America so that they do not have to pay the tariff.
So to clarify, when you stop imposing a tariff, does that incentive cease to exist?
when you stop imposing the tariff, does that incentive cease to exist? You know, man, I'm not that smart. That was a big mumble jumble of
Gabe,
words
the
that I
answer is
don't understand
yes.
what you're.
The answer is yes.
Okay.
The incentive to increase domestic production ceases to exist, stops existing. There is no incentive. The screenshot's crazy. There is no incentive given that the tariff is not implemented anymore. So no, there is no more expensive goods for consumers in the United States if they were to import it from other countries, right? Because the tariff is not imposed. Do you understand what I'm saying?
Yeah, but the tariff hasn't been imposed for the past 4 years, and yet
No, you're
there has
saying that
been there has been less
you're
incentive.
saying, oh, he's going to do the tariff. It's going to increase domestic production. But then you're also saying, oh, he's not going to do the tariff for long. It's not permanent. So which one is it? You have to pick a struggle, brother.
Yes, because
Is it going to be the increased domestic
company,
production, or is it going to be it's just temporary?
it's both. It's both. The temporary will increase the domestic production in the long run.
How would there be an increase in
It's
domestic?
both.
If the tariffs don't exist in the long run, how would there be an increase in domestic production in the long run?
Companies are essential.
Do you have any wormholes or anything?
No, man. Sorry about that.
Thank you.
Sorry, dude. Again, I don't have a crystal ball. Neither do you. And it's a possibility that once companies come back to the United States, they will stay in the United States and they will make locally because things will be cheaper in the United States.
If the tariff is implemented.
If a tariff is implemented, yes.
Okay, so if you remove the tariff,
Again,
and it's
only time will
wait,
tell.
hold up.
Only time will tell.
If you remove the tariff and it's not implemented anymore, then would companies increase
The companies
their
could go
production
back
in
to
the U.S.?
Canada. Yeah. they could.
Oh,
It
So
would
you-
stay the same, but they could go back to Canada. But it's a good attempt at keeping them in the United States. It's an
wouldn't
attempt.
but you agree it's right now it's not keeping them in the United States for the tariff to not exist. So if the tariff didn't exist in the future, why wouldn't that same issue still exist?
Again, it could, it may not. I'm just thinking of what's happening right now, and I don't have a crystal ball.
Okay,
I don't know.
Is there anything else you want to talk about, Arad?
But as of right now, to be honest, Parker, I'm getting tired, bro, and I'm about to clock off my shift here soon. Yeah, man, I think I'm good, but I appreciate you having me on. This was a cool experience. I've never debated someone as educated as you, clearly. And yeah, I mean, I'm a poli-sci major as well. I'm second year, so this was good for me as well. And I just want to say one last thing before I go. I'm an imposter. I'm actually Canadian, and I wasn't American this whole time. And I knew.
Dude, people in the chat told me that, but like I wasn't sure because people do this all the time. Please don't do that though, because I really. Now I'm just gonna let you know you're probably still gonna be on the YouTube, right? I'm still gonna make fun of you. No, I'm just kidding. I have too many other clips. Yo, what's up? How old are you? Only way I would do that is if I forgot that you just said that, and then I didn't see it at the end of the conversation. Yo, what's up? How old are you?
Oh no, but I like Trump because he hates the blacks.
You're crazy. Only send a guest request if you did vote Donald Trump. We are just looking for some debates. If you want to support me, Venmo, Cash App, PayPal, link in the bio. Anna, thank you for the $2. Thank you so much. Really appreciate it. Josephine, thank you for the $3. Thank you. Mads, thank you for the $1. I really appreciate it. I will. And Emma, thank you for the $10. Thank you so much. I haven't really been on Cameo much. I'm sorry. Yo, what's up? How old are you?
28. Parker, you can't escape me. You, me, Anaheim, California. August.
I'm so confused. How old are you? Let's get this next person up here. Only send a guest request if you did vote Donald Trump. Yo, what's up? How old are you?
I'm 37.
Did you vote for Donald Trump?
I did, yep.
Why so?
Probably the biggest issue is free speech.
Okay, so then how do you feel about Donald Trump, who said that he wants to put people in prison for a year for burning the American flag?
Well, that's anything against free speech. I'm against, but I don't expect that 100% of conservatives are going to be pro. Like, he's not always going to be pro free speech, but I think overall, I think the conservatives are much more in favor of free speech.
Okay, so what makes you think that? Can you give me one explicit scenario where Kamala Harris was going to get rid of people's free speech from a legal perspective?
So it's not just about Kamala Harris versus
Kamala.
Kamala Harris versus Trump. It's also like the establishment of the conservatives, because obviously, like, it's the whole administration. It's not just Kamala.
So could you give me like a specific?
Oh, sure. I'm pretty sure there was a bunch of congressmen. They wrote a letter to whoever was like hosting Fox News, like whoever like broadcast, like the host, the provider for Fox News. They said, "Hey, like, we're wondering, like, why are you still putting Fox News on the air?" Basically, like, wouldn't it be nice if just we didn't have to deal with Fox News anymore, kind of thing?
Ryan, think of it, $2. That would be a nice idea. I would love to not hear Fox News there, but how is that against freedom of speech from a legal perspective?
Oh, because I think that they wanted to, like, from a legal perspective, try to pressure. Well, actually, I would say this: they wouldn't even try to do it through a legal perspective. They were just trying to
They
bully.
wouldn't do it through a legal perspective. Okay, if they wouldn't do it through a legal perspective, then it wouldn't be a violation of freedom of speech. Freedom of speech is a
No, no,
legal
no,
concept.
no. It's the amendment is the legal concept, but free speech exists apart from the legal aspect.
Shut the fuck up. Okay, I have a question. Right? Do you have free speech, right, when you go to any business you want to go to? Like if you were just
no,
if you were
no,
just to
for a
go
private
into
business, no.
if you were to go into like some random hotel, can you just like start screaming in the hotel for no
Absolutely
reason?
not.
Why not?
Absolutely not. Because
That's
it's
not, that they're
private business.
limiting your free speech then.
No, I agree. For example, let's give an example. If I was in a hotel and they said, "Oh, we heard you say Trump, we don't allow that." That you're right. That is not free speech, and I wouldn't want to live in a country where I couldn't talk about politics in a hotel lobby, for example.
Rain, think of it,
But
$2.
they can do whatever they want.
Wait. So
Right?
you do
They can do
think
whatever they
so?
want.
So is it a limitation of freedom of speech?
Uh, yeah.
No,
For sure.
no or yes,
Oh, yes. Uh-huh.
dude. That's not from a legal perspective. If I kick you off from the live right now, I'm not violating your freedom of speech. You fucking
I
idiot.
agree. You wouldn't be kicking me off. You wouldn't be. It wouldn't be legal.
Wait. But I'm limiting your speech.
Huh?
I'm limiting
You're
your
allowed
speech.
to. The government is not allowed to.
Why am I allowed to? I thought.
Because so the amendment protects us from violation from the government, but I want to live in a society where we can all say what we want about politics, and not be ostracized or not be kicked out of our jobs, for example.
Do you think people should be allowed to be Nazis and not kicked out? The young liberal, think of the £5.
Do I think that if you're if you're literally a Nazi and you want to, like, kill Jewish people, yes, I think you should obviously be ostracized from society.
So no freedom of speech for them.
Well, I'm not an absolutist. Like, I do think I mean, everyone
Okay.
agrees.
Well, based.
that we
Well, based.
have-
You're not an absolutist. Okay.
Yeah,
well.
I'm not an absolutist. Sure. Yeah.
Well, it sounds like why are you arguing this as your position if Trump is worse in terms of freedom of speech
But see, this is where we disagree. It's
from
not
a legal perspective?
from a legal perspective.
J-Dubs, thank you for the $5. Thank you so much. I hope people like it. It seems like it's not doing so great in the algorithm.
Well, I guess here's a concrete example. A couple of states, their Supreme Courts tried to legally prohibit people from voting for Donald Trump. That to me is it's not even free speech violation. It's like a democratic violation, and it's through the legal means, through the judicial system. So that's like a good concrete example.
Wait, repeat that, sorry.
You know how there were like 3 or 4 states that they passed laws invoking, like, I think it was the 25th Amendment, saying that Trump is not eligible, so we're going to take him off the ballot. So, and then they
You're talking about Colorado and stuff, trying to. I
Yeah,
don't
yeah,
see
there
how
was
this is
like
relevant.
yeah, there was like four of them, and they tried to say that we couldn't that
And
the
it
citizens
never
of
ended
that
up
state couldn't even
happening,
vote.
though. What's your point?
Oh no, it did happen. It's just it was overruled. It was
Trump,
overturned.
yeah, Trump didn't get taken off the ballot. That's what I'm saying.
Yeah, but the Supreme Court of those states said that they could legally take him off the ballot. And those state Supreme Court decisions were
Well, I don't know why you keep
overturned.
saying this to me. I'm confused. What's the point?
What you're talking about, example of free speech violation. Me being able to vote is a huge aspect of my ability to vote for whoever I want to vote for is an aspect of my free speech.
That wasn't Kamala Harris or any of the top party candidates advocating for that, and also that's not freedom of speech. Like, let me give an example. Do you think violent sexual offenders should be able to like run for president?
I think that unless it's in the Constitution where they can't, I think pretty much anyone should be able to run. Do I think they should win? No, absolutely not.
So you would never vote for a violent sexual offender?
It depends. It's like, if
It depends. So maybe he'd vote for Epstein, right?
it depends on like who. Okay, if both of them, let's say there's two candidates and both of them committed those crimes, then obviously I would have to vote for
Wait.
one of them, right?
Okay, so if there was in a specific race a candidate that has committed a violent sexual offense and one that has not committed a violent sexual offense, in that certain scenario, would you ever vote for the person in which had committed the violent sexual offense?
So what I'm saying is, if both candidates had a sexual offense, then I would have to vote for one of them.
You're not answering.
I'm sorry. You did cut off for a second. Can you repeat the question, just so I
Yeah,
make
if
sure?
I give you a scenario where there's one candidate that does have a violent sexual offense and then the other one does not, would you ever vote for the candidate that did have the violent sexual offense over the candidate that did not?
Yeah, I mean, of course there's examples. Of course. Let's say there was one person who had, you said, a violent criminal offense, right?
So violent sexual offense
Violent
over
sexual
no
offense,
violent
right?
sexual offense.
Okay, so let's say there was
Bro,
one
that's
candidate.
crazy. What do you mean, of course, bro?
I will explain. I'll explain.
So you would vote for violent sexual offenders?
If, let's say, the other candidate who is not a violent sexual offender wanted to kill all the Jews, I'm not going to vote for that person over the
That would
person
make
who
them a violent offender, right?
not sexual. You said sexual.
Okay. If a violent offender versus no violent offender.
If they like, I believe in the fact that people can change. If it was a long time ago and they changed, I think that people deserve to be given a second chance.
So you would vote for a violent offender over a non-violent offender?
I believe
not
in
an offender, just a non-violent individual.
I think this is for me. This is an easy question because I believe in redemption. I believe in redemption. So yeah, under some circumstances, sure, that's pretty
Would you
easy.
vote for Hitler if you thought he redeemed himself?
No, no.
I thought you said you believe in redemption.
I do. I don't believe. I mean, I believe in the possibility of redemption based on a case by case basis. For Hitler, no. Easy question. Heck no.
So why can you say that when we're talking about Hitler, but not when we're talking about like violent sexual offenders or violent offenders? Push the hand hard.
I mean, it's everything is on a case by case basis.
Yeah. So I asked you in this case why.
And for which particular case? Because we're all talking about
in terms of a violent offender or a violent sexual offender, why is that not enough to say that you wouldn't vote for someone?
Because the world is a complex place and it's not that easy.
Okay.
And people
Would you vote for Donald Trump if he were held civilly liable of sexually abusing a child?
Oh, I heard this line of argument with another influencer on TikTok, and I think it's a bit silly because it's so hypothetical. I think it's just a little silly.
Do you want to like give an argument or just say it's hypothetical? What's wrong with something being hypothetical?
Because we live in a world where we don't have to deal with just pure hypotheticals. We know we have like a history of Donald Trump.
Do you think hypotheticals are not relevant? I have a question. When you're building a slide, are you going to think about hypothetical ways kids could get hurt so that you can construct the slide in a way in which kids don't get hurt?
I also heard the same line of reasoning in another influencers. It's going down the rabbit hole, which I feel, personally speaking, is not very productive. But that's
do you want to respond to me or no?
I'm responding to your question. I think
And
it's the
who is this
question
other
everyone.
influencer? I don't know who you're talking about.
Okay, so I don't know everyone's name, but you know the guy with like he has like he's like young, probably your age. He has like blonde hair,
Dean?
probably that guy. I don't know
Okay.
his
Oh,
name.
guess where Dean got that argument.
Okay, yeah. I
Eric,
mean,
thank you for the $50 YouTube super chat. Can we get some W's for Eric in the chat? Thank you so much, Eric. I really appreciate that, Eric. Thank you so much. Get some W's for Eric in the chat. Thank you.
can I
W's
just
for
say that?
Eric. Like,
Can
can
I
you
just say
respond
that
to it?
I like your stream better than his.
Cool.
I'm just saying that because I don't think like he realizes that in order to win over in order to win more elections, you're gonna have to win over more mod.
Respectfully, please respond to what I'm saying. I don't give a fuck.
What was your question?
Do you remember?
What you last thing you were talking about hypothetical about like what if Trump
Would you vote for someone, or would you vote for Donald Trump if you were held civilly liable of sexually abusing a child?
I would vote for neither Kamala or
Kamala.
Trump. Kamala or Trump. I would vote for neither if they
You just
committed.
wouldn't vote. So why would? Okay, so then why did you vote in this election if the since the candidate was a woman, but you wouldn't have voted if the candidate was a child?
I don't think that he was criminally liable for rape in his civil suit.
I never said that. I said civilly liable for forcefully penetrating E. Jean Carroll's vagina against her will. Is that not enough for you?
No. Like I mean, that's actually pretty concrete. Like here, this is an actual concrete example. So I like that we're in the real world now. So like I said, I don't think he in the civil suit he lost. I don't know if in a federal or whatever state federal court, I don't think he lost or he was liable for that. But let's say he did do it. Let's say he did do it. I think that even if he's better for the country over Kamala, I'm trying to get this right, Kamala, or let's call her Harris. I still think that we have to look beyond one single issue to think of what's better for the country, personally speaking. Assuming, I know you don't agree with me, but assuming Trump.
So you would vote for Trump if he were held civilly liable of sexually abusing a child?
No, no.
I thought you said you would look over one thing.
On a case by case basis, but
only if the victim was a woman.
This again, you're going back to a hypothetical, which I feel like is silly, personally.
Well, you were just engaging with it.
No.
Hypotheticals are relevant in demonstrating hypotheticals are relevant in demonstrating like concepts or whether or not you hold to certain principles or values. So the fact that you deny a hypothetical kind of just tells me you're stupid.
You're allowed to have that opinion, and I'm glad you were able to have that opinion.
And it doesn't mean that I can't call yours stupid.
Yeah, you can call me stupid. That's fine with me.
But like, I would hope you'd take that into account because I'm not just saying that lightly, not just saying that to be rude or anything. I'm saying that because it's true.
Well, like I was saying before, but you muted me. I'm glad you're condescending because you're going to push away moderates, and I'm happy with that.
If you think I'm being condescending right now, well, then you're just you know it was true and it hits it here at home. You know.
I mean, if you want to believe that, I'm happy to agree to disagree on that.
I just want to clarify. If you think you're a moderate, you've got to be delusional.
I think a lot of moderates went for Trump this election, and I think
because people attributed inflation to the incumbent president because they weren't politically involved enough to know that just because two things are associated does not mean one caused the other. Does not mean one caused the other.
I think that moderates did go for Trump, and I do consider myself. I voted for. I was a huge Hillary supporter. I still support Hillary. If she ran again, I would seriously vote. I would totally.
You would vote for Hillary, but not Kamala Harris. Why?
Hillary has so much experience.
Experience? So does Kamala Harris.
No, not compared to Hillary's.
If not more.
I feel like if we asked ChatGPT, they would say like probably a lot.
And by the way, if you identify who's more qualified based on ChatGPT, you're probably not qualified yourself to determine that.
I would say that that would be a good heuristic for us right now. I'm not saying that that would be like my end all be all like determination of who was more qualified. She was Secretary of State. She was a senator for. I mean, so was Harris, obviously.
Harris was a vice president and also a senator. She's
True,
also a
absolutely.
district attorney, a prosecutor, an attorney general.
Yeah, yeah. It's not that she's unqualified. Like she has the pedigree, right?
What
But I don't think she's
qualification does
unqualified.
Hillary Clinton have that Kamala Harris does not?
I didn't say neither of them have. Well, Secretary of State is one.
Vice president?
Oh, you just said one that Kamala didn't have or Harris
Kamala.
didn't have. One that Harris didn't have. I was giving you an example. I was just giving you one example. But
Jerry,
I
thank you
agree.
so much. I appreciate the galaxy or the glowing jellyfish. Thank you so much. I appreciate it. Obviously, when I'm asking that question, I'm asking like in terms of authority. Like what? Like obviously, like if they were a vice president, that counts as just as much experience, if not more, than a secretary of state.
I think that the Secretary of State has. I mean, you know, I think that we all used to agree that the Vice President really doesn't do much. I feel like this used to be like a
She
normal
had the
thing.
most tie-breaking votes of any vice president ever.
Oh, good for her. And I don't mean it in a sarcastic way. That's good that she was able to have such an influential position. But I'm saying that that's not normal. It's not normal that the Senate is tied 50-50 for her to cast the vote. But it's good that she was able to do that.
But it did happen, and she did exert more authority.
So what I was saying was like I believe I'm a moderate. I support Hillary Clinton. I think she's still pretty decent, and I would consider voting for
Yeah, it sounds like you're a racist, to be honest.
her.
Like I'm not trolling. Like I really don't get that at all.
I mean, I understand a lot of liberals feel that way when they say like, oh, what, you don't want to vote for
If you
Kamala.
say that you would vote for Hillary Clinton, but you wouldn't vote for Kamala Harris, yeah, it makes me think that.
I think a lot of, but I also feel like moderates can see through that. I honestly believe that. Like the whole racist card, I feel like moderates see through that.
Dude, I'm sorry. Like, I'm just gonna call it how it is. You can sit there and complain and say that I said that to you. Oh my God, play the victim, do whatever you want. That doesn't mean it's not true.
I'm just saying, this is in my opinion. I think moderates see through that race card thing.
I don't see how you actually responded to anything I said.
Okay, we can agree to disagree on that one too.
This guy's so weird, bro. What do you mean, like, agree to disagree, bro? What are you talking about? On reality? Yeah, you know what? As a flat earther, I'm just going to do a agree to disagree with you. What? What are you talking about? You know, how old are you?
I'm 20, man. I ain't gonna lie. I hate Trump. I just wanted to get your opinion on the blow up.
I didn't hear what you said there. Sorry. Just looking for people who are debating.
I need you to humble the guy on TikTok.
You need what? You know, what's up, how old are you? How old are you?
Yo, fuck you, bro.
Why are you mad?
Huh?
Why are you mad?
'Cause you're ugly. Type shit.
Did that make you feel better?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. You can't turn your camera on, but why'd you say that? I'm confused.
You're just
Are
mad ugly.
are you constantly thinking about how attractive I am?
How unattractive you are.
Well, when you're doing that, you're evaluating the level of attractiveness, right? So
I suppose so.
you are evaluating my level of attractiveness.
Yeah, you
So
could
so
say
it
that.
at least ranks to some degree, right?
Yeah.
Okay. Okay.
That a problem?
No, not at all. I was just asking. So yeah, like did you vote Trump?
No.
Then why'd you just come up on the live and say you don't like me? Like, what was the point of that?
I don't think I was gonna get up.
Okay. Holistic, thank you so much. I appreciate the $20. Thank you so much. I really appreciate that on PayPal. Thank you so much. I really appreciate. Get some W's for them in the comment section right now. Jensen, thank you for the $5. Thank you so much. I really appreciate that. Thank you so much. Yo, W's for Jensen. And Sandra, thank you so much for the $10. Thank you so much. I really appreciate that. Thank you so much. Let's get this next person up here. Only send a guest request if you did vote Trump. Everyone on the YouTube and TikTok live, do like the stream. It helps send it out to more people. Yo, what's up? How old are you?
No. Where?
Yeah, let's go on to the next person. Only send a guest request if you did vote for Donald Trump. Yo, what's up? How old are you?
43.
Did you vote for Donald Trump?
Yeah.
Why so?
No, I'm just kidding. I'm Canadian, and I want to ask you something.
I'm sorry. I am just looking for people who are voting for Trump. Thank you so much for the galaxy. Thank you so much. I really appreciate that. Thank you. Thank you. Yo, what's up? How old are you?
I'm 19 years old.
Did you vote for Donald Trump?
Yes, I did.
And Sonny, thank you for the $10. Thank you, Sonny. I really appreciate that. Why'd you vote for Donald Trump?
The reason why I voted for Donald Trump, and I keep on saying this to many people, is because, in my professional opinion, I believe that he's going to do and is doing a better job than Joseph Biden and Kamala Harris were doing from 2021 to 2025.
What makes you think that Donald Trump is doing a better job than Kamala Harris and Joe Biden?
Well, in my opinion, is right now is we are no longer tolerating the amount of illegal immigrants. We are starting deportation. We are going after anyone that came here illegally and that has violated 18 U.S. Code 1325. We are making this country safe, and we're also, and thank God
Noah,
that
I
we
have a
have,
question.
yes.
If you're making this country safe, then why did you vote for a convicted criminal held civilly liable of sexually abusing a woman that pardoned people and pled guilty and admitted to violently assaulting police officers on January 6th?
Well, you have to understand, some of those FBI agents, they did not follow the chain of custody, and some of those cases were dismissed because chain of custody was lost.
I'm not
If you
referencing any that were dismissed. I'm referencing where they were convicted and they also admitted to violently assaulting police officers. It was also on video.
those that violently assaulted the officers should have not been released, but those that were just peacefully protested on the
I
lawn
understand. I'm
behind the
referencing that
barriers.
Donald Trump pardoned people who pled guilty and admitted to violently assaulting police officers. I'm not referencing people who went, okay, hate speech, hateful behaviors, and got banned. That's rough. Let's go on to the next person. Only send a guest request if you did vote Donald Trump. We are just looking for some debates. Appreciate the galaxy. Thank you so much, AO. Thank you. Thank you. Yo, what's up? How old are you? How old are you? All right, let's get this next person up here. Only send a guest request if you did vote Donald Trump. We are just looking for some debates. Yo, what's up? How old are you? All right, let's get this next person up here. Only send a guest request if you did vote Donald Trump. We are just looking for some debates. Let's get this next person up here. Please, everyone, only send a guest request if you did vote Donald Trump. We will only be on till I think 7:30, y'all. So we got literally 2 more hours. 2 hours and 15 minutes or so. So we don't have that much longer on the live today, everyone. Shorter live today. I'm sorry, everyone. I will be back to my normal stuff tomorrow. It is actually my girlfriend's birthday today. Thank you for the glowing jellyfish. Thank you so much. It is my girlfriend's birthday today. So I was spending a long time with her, and I'm also celebrating my dad's birthday, which was yesterday. Right. And then tomorrow, I'm also celebrating my girlfriend's birthday again. And then the day after that, I'm also celebrating my girlfriend's birthday again. So. Yo, what's up? How old are you?
What's up, dude? I'm 26.
Did you vote for Donald Trump?
I sure did. And
Why so?
before we get into that, tell Harry happy birthday for me. That's awesome. I can get into why I voted for Donald Trump. I really
I mean, bro acted like I didn't hear that. Hello. Michael. Real question. Real question. I have a quick question, real quick. Um, how do you feel about Donald Trump and Elon Musk's relationship?
Was I muted this whole time?
Yeah, yeah. How do you feel about Donald Trump and Elon Musk's relationship?
So you didn't hear,
Yeah, word's been going around that they're fucking.
dude? I thought that's you and Harry. Are you
Elon,
going over for his
Elon,
birthday?
Elon apparently doesn't just have a breeding kink. He has plenty of others.
Maybe, maybe. What do you think about Ukraine today? You want to get into that?
He said he shares some with Donald. That them being very golden. Dennis, thank you for the $10. Thank you so much. So what'd you say?
What are your thoughts on the Ukraine Zelensky discussion today?
Yeah, like how Trump crashed out and literally kicked him out.
Yeah.
There you go. It's not me, it's you. Thank you for the $10. Thank you so much. Actually, you know what? Go check out my YouTube video. I posted a YouTube video. It's like 12 minutes long. Has all my thoughts.
Dude, I try to stay away from DNC backed propaganda, but
DNC backed propaganda. You think I'm DNC backed?
I know you are. It's indirectly, but yeah, you're absolutely receiving their money. If a company gets paid by the DNC and then they shell it off to you,
Who's shelling me off the money from the DNC?
dude.
Sensei, thank you for the $2.
I don't
Thank
know
you.
all the details, but
No, just tell me, Maddie. Thank you for the $1.11. Thank
who do
you
you
so
work
much.
for? What's your company?
My company, my own company.
So you have your own company that probably has a contract with another company, right?
Nope.
And what's that? And what's that company?
I'm not signed with any management company.
Or is your LLC owned by anyone else?
Nope.
You don't have any other contracts with
Nope.
other companies?
Nope.
I find that very hard to believe. Does Harry?
Yes, Harry does. Does that mean he's paid by the DNC? So are you saying that I'm not paid by the DNC because I don't have any of these contracts, but Harry is because he does have a contract with a management company?
I will take what you said at face value.
I'm asking, is that indicative of me not being paid by the DNC, but Harry being paid by the DNC? Neon, thank you for the $2.
Well, if what you said was true, I'll take your word at face value. And in that case, no, it sounds like you wouldn't be paying for the DNC. But I've heard one of your friends, whether it was Harry or somebody else, claim that they weren't. But
so
really,
Harry is paid by the DNC, but I'm not.
Yes.
Okay.
We're wrong with that.
So should I go get paid by the DNC?
Why would you not, bro? Come on.
So you're saying I should go get paid by the DNC?
If they're dishing it out, sure. I mean, people see through this whole thing. You were the one who got Trump elected. Same with Dean. It's the smug attitude, the condescending, the terrible analogies. You lose on a point, and then you'll come up with some outlandish analogy that's not correlated with the core thing that was being discussed.
I mean, I do give analogies that are relevant. I'm sorry that you have a hard time tracking them. I get it's really hard to track basic analogies that you could demonstrate to a kindergartner.
So you're upset that Donald Trump said, "Hey, Ukraine, you guys aren't going to win the war."
I mean, do you want to address what you just said? Do you want to address what you just said? You just said that I won Trump the 2020 election because I'm smug. So you're saying that I have a lot of influence?
To some degree. Yeah, don't you have a lot of followers?
So okay, and so then you're saying my influence is
it's more so.
So you're saying my influence is more Trump. So
like you. It's not necessarily just you.
Okay, so if it's people that like me, then how come
the smug Democrats as a whole?
Then how come I convince people to vote for Trump?
Because of how condescending you are and smug.
How am I condescending and smug?
Dude, I mean, who is it, Gabe or Gage or whoever you were talking, you just started cussing at the kid for no reason. He treated you with nothing but respect. Like, people see your true colors. They don't appreciate it. You just had a moderate on, and you just called him a racist.
RSL, thank you for the $14 Canadian. Thank you so much.
Keep that up, buddy.
I mean, wait, they literally said they would have voted for Hillary Clinton, but not for Kamala Harris, and gave absolutely zero reasoning. It wasn't based on any
So
policy or
you just jumped to the
any actual
conclusion that
legitimate
he
reasoning.
doesn't like her skin color.
It sounds like he's racist. If that's true.
That's outlandish.
Wait, Michael, can you give me a
Don't
good
you think
reason?
you should-
Wait, Michael, can you give me a good reason to support Hillary Clinton over Kamala Harris?
She won the primary. That's my reason.
So winning a primary means you'd vote for them?
It's part of the democratic process that has always happened. in this
So are you
nation.
saying winning a primary is indicative of them being like qualified for president? Then who didn't Biden win the primary? Are you saying he was qualified?
No, but I'm saying the people.
That's what I thought, buddy.
The people spoke for it, though. They had a choice. It's not a democracy if you don't
Okay,
get
well,
to
they
choose
also
your
had a
candidate.
choice in 2020. You just didn't respect that choice because you voted for Donald Trump. He
Dude,
literally
you guys
undermined
literally gaslighted the
democracy.
entire nation, saying
We
that this
gaslit.
whole
Donald Trump still says that he won the 20. Donald Trump's
fine.
Donald
and then
Trump.
It blows up in your
Donald
face at the
Trump
debate,
still
and
said.
you finally admit it. Harry didn't, but you finally.
Donald Trump, literally himself, is the person. You literally fucking made me forget because you're fucking screaming in the mic, dude. Oh my god, I hate when that happens. Because it's literally so senseless. Like, you're not even like engaging with what I have to say. Donald Trump still says that he won the election in 2020. Okay, no evidence. 60+ courts indicated no sufficient evidence to overturn the election. There were MAGA judges that oversaw cases that indicated no sufficient evidence to overturn the election. There were independent audits that indicated no sufficient evidence to overturn the election. Yet you still think it's okay to support a candidate that undermined the integrity of our election by saying he won the 2020 election, all because he didn't like the election results. By the way, just got flagged for sexually suggestive content. I just got flagged for sexually suggestive content, not trolling. Can someone please explain that one to me? What the fuck am I doing?
I think Harry may have walked by in the bathroom in the background naked or something.
Michael, you being homophobic is not a good look.
I mean, who's saying it's homophobic?
You're trying to say that like I'm engaging with Harry, right, as an insult. That's an insult that you're trying to engage in.
Didn't you just say that with Elon Musk and Trump? Correct me if I'm wrong.
I was only
now you're being hypocritical.
No, you're not. It's called a reductio ad absurdism. I'm showing you that's an obviously absurd claim to claim that both Elon and Donald Trump were engaging in actions together. I wouldn't actually legitimately claim that myself. That is specifically Donald Trump, right?
So I was doing
not
the
Donald
same
Trump.
thing.
That's your claim and applied to Donald Trump.
That was never my claim. What are you talking about?
You were claiming that you
said the most hypocritical thing. What are you talking about?
This guy's brain doesn't work, does it?
You just started the live and said, "What do you think about Trump and Elon fucking?" And I suggest that you and Harry do the same, and now I'm homophobic. Do you not see the direct hypocrisy there?
Do you realize do you know what reductio ad absurdum is?
Please explain it.
I'm taking the reasoning that you were providing, i.e. just claiming. Hold up. I'm taking the reasoning that you're providing, and I'm showing you how it's not good reasoning because it lacks any evidence or reason to believe it's true. So I was just showing you how you don't accept your own reasoning when applied to your side.
And what reasoning was that?
I just explained it to you.
What the hell are you even talking about?
Michael, I literally just explained it to you.
And it made no sense.
What didn't make sense? Hey, Derm, can you please explain to me like why you think that? How am I spiraling?
About how you're spiraling in the situation right now?
Mm-hmm.
Didn't he start by saying happy birthday, Harry? Isn't that the first thing he said?
You understand that I was saying that it's my girlfriend's birthday, and he was specifically saying that to be homophobic and saying that like it's an insult that I have a boyfriend, i.e. like I'm in a relationship with Harry.
I understand what you're saying.
Is that me crashing
I was
out?
under the impression I was muted the entire time, and you could.
Is that what you meant by that, Michael? Was that?
Yes.
You meant to say. So it was homophobic.
I mean, I don't see where the fear would come in,
Because
but I was
you
just
said
suggesting
that Parker's girlfriend is Harry.
Wait. He said he doesn't see where the fear comes in. Okay. Wait. Derm, you said I'm on your side, but I'm spiraling. How am I spiraling?
I don't
because I didn't understand that until you broke it down to me, and now I get it because you clarified.
Oh, I appreciate you. Yo, W. You know what? Fucking W. Love that. Yeah, Michael.
No, I get it now. I thought I was under the impression I was muted at first. So I was like,
Okay.
I thought you just came out of the blue.
You know
and said
what?
that,
Can we get a
on my
W for
second.
Durham in the chat? They literally just fixed the conversation. Fucking W
You
Durham right there.
fixed it, yeah.
Yeah. Michael finally understands now.
I get it.
Yeah, you're a homophobe. So
I don't see the need to be afraid of gay people.
Dude,
Really,
when
nothing
I'm
wrong
saying
with
that
it.
you're a homophobe, I'm not saying you're afraid. I'm saying you're a bigot towards gay people.
Isn't phobic a fear of something? Phobia is a fear?
Not in this context. You know how language works?
I do.
Mm-hmm.
Homophobic is a fear of being a homosexual. Hence the phobic.
Dude, you're equivocating between the usage of phobic in one sense versus the usage of phobic in a different sense. An equivocation isn't actually demonstrating how it's used in this context. In this context, it's used as an aversion, right? Right? You're referencing how you have an aversion. You're homophobic.
So the Merriam-Webster is not going to say fear of
Michael, do you understand how
homosexual.
terms can have different usage in different contexts? Like there's you can have one word and it can have two different definitions depending on the context. You know that, right? So like for example,
I do know that. You know when
can I explain?
when you are
right
using
could
that
be a
word,
direction, or it could be referring to me doing an action, right? Or me referring to like a political party, right? Like you understand that all of these me confirming something.
but those are
When I say
two
right, I
massive-
just
that-
confirmed
okay,
something.
look,
So you see how the term right
Here's your
can
analogy.
have
Right is a
multiple different
direction versus
definitions.
Right is correct.
Do you see how
versus
right can be used
homophobic.
in multiple different senses and depending on the context? So same thing with phobic. The like phobic can be used in different contexts depending on like what you're trying to convey in terms of meaning. Katie, thank you for the $2.
Sure.
Sandra, thank you so much for the $10. Mads, thank you for the $1. I really appreciate it. Aisha, thank you so much. I appreciate the $1. Thank you.
I mean, phobic literally means.
Okay. How about this? Do you know what something that's hydro? Wait.
Let's just move
No. Hold up. When
Let's
we
just
talk
move-
about something like in terms of molecules and chemistry, right? You know something that's hydrophobic. Do you think that it means that it's scared? Do you think in that context it means that it's scared?
No, that makes sense. Not a bad example.
Elizabeth, thank you for the $1. Thank you on YouTube Super Chat.
So why are you pro World War III?
Why am I not pro World War III? Is that what you really just asked me?
No, I said why are you pro World War III?
How am I pro World War III?
Because you want the Ukraine war to continue. When there's really a handful of things that can happen here. We can continue to give them the money, and they're going to continue to die. They don't have soldiers. They're literally kidnapping their citizens and throwing them on the battlefield to get slaughtered. It's terrible. Or you can end the war, or the United States or Europe can get involved, and now we have a World War III situation. Now, I mean,
so do you think that Russia should be allowed to annex that land? Charles, thank you for the $1. Kyle, thank you for the $10. Thank you so much.
It's not a nice thing to do, but I don't think you have the entire Western world fighting against it.
Can you answer the question?
Especially when they're backing with China.
Can you answer the question?
The law of the land is
just a real simple question.
Over.
Just a real simple question. Wyatt, thank you for the $5 YouTube Super Chat. Do you think Russia should be allowed to annex the entirety of Ukraine?
Define allowed. Who's going to stop them? From a legal standpoint? I mean, no one's going to stop them.
Do you think we should try to prevent Russia?
No, we don't
annexing the entirety of Ukraine.
We do not need U.S. deaths. We do not need European.
So then you're arguing we should allow Russia to annex the entirety of Ukraine.
Not the entirety, just the parts that they already had.
So then what should we do?
There would have been a ceasefire.
So then what should we do?
Zelensky did not accept the terms.
Because
do you understand that?
Okay, what makes you think that Russia is going to uphold the terms of the deal? if there's no assurance that Russia cannot invade Ukraine, specifically by allowing Ukraine to join NATO?
That you got to draw it up. You got to draw it up in a treaty, and that is the line in the sand. Just
And
kind
what
of like,
makes you think that Russia will actually uphold the ceasefire?
we don't have a choice. It's either World War III or that.
You think that Russia will actually uphold the ceasefire?
Because Trump can't walk over Trump like he did with Biden.
So are you saying he'll invade as soon as Trump
There's
leaves?
consequences.
Are you saying
There's
that? Are you
serious
saying that
consequences
then he will invade as soon as Trump leaves office?
depending on who the administration is. If it's
Okay.
a weak
Okay.
administration, but
Okay. Do you
Ukraine
want to
isn't
risk
in
that?
NATO.
Are you risking
Ukraine
Are you
is
risking
not
World
in
War
NATO.
III?
Dude, you're advocating directly to go into World War III
No, I'm not.
right now.
How is it going to extend to World War III?
How is what?
How will it extend to World War III?
What is it and what that sentence?
What were we just fucking talking about, Michael?
How is the ceasefire going to extend? How is giving them more money going to extend to World War III? What are you saying?
How is continuing to give them money going to lead to World War III? How is continuing to support them going to lead to World War III?
In that case, it probably wouldn't turn into World War III, but it would continue for Ukrainians to get slaughtered. It wouldn't result in a ceasefire.
Okay.
And that's what I'm against. We cannot continue to give them money. I mean, we don't even need to talk about our debt. We can't afford it, number one. But it doesn't do anything for them. They are going to lose. The only way to win is with more troops, whether it's from Europe or the U.S. And we don't have the appetite to do that.
So should we have? Should we have tried to engage in Should we have tried to engage in appeasement with Nazi Germany, because there were people that were dying?
Dude, that's such an outlandish analogy.
Can you answer the question?
Should we have tried to make an appeasement with Nazi Germany because people were dying?
Yeah.
No, because we could no. I don't understand how you could even compare that.
So why shouldn't we have engaged in appeasement like you're advocating for right now?
Like, that just doesn't even make any sense to me at all. You're effectively comparing modern day Russia to World War II.
Can you respond? Why?
I don't even.
Why wouldn't you have engaged? Why would you have not engaged in appeasement when it came to Germany?
Did that happen? Was that offered?
Think of it, $10. Thank you so much, dude. You know no history.
Yes, what were the stipulations?
There was appeasement offered. Remember, there was. If you learned something in history, there was something called, I think it was Chamberlain, "Peace of Our Time." Right?
Dude, we're not talking about World War II. Just talk about Ukraine. You do this all the time. You cannot talk about the direct issue.
You asked me to clarify further, and then got mad when I did clarify further. Okay. History repeats because you choose not to listen to it. History is relevant. And I gave you an exact example to show you that the reason why you think that we shouldn't have engaged in appeasement with Germany is some of the same reasons that you would use to say that today in terms of Russia, because it is the case that Russia is not going to uphold any of the agreement because Russia.
That's such a bad analogy. We were attacked directly. Do you understand? That's why we got into World War II. We have not been attacked directly. We're not at any risk of being attacked directly. We are at risk of continuing the slaughter of Ukrainian people and further bankrupting ourselves. And the move, do you really think they could win the war? What do you think the money's going to do? What do you think is necessary for Ukraine to win the war? Because I believe it's U.S. troops or European troops, and I am totally against that. But the reality is the United States, deep state, maybe some other forces in the world, where I believe they have an equal part as Russia in starting this whole thing. Zelensky came out of the blue. He was an actor
You're
before.
perpetuating Russian propaganda.
It's not Russian propaganda if it's true. That's an easy. I know.
What's true?
It's something you
How
don't
did
like.
how
You can
did
just call
how
it
did the
Russian
U.S.
propaganda, and you
Let me
just dismisses
fucking
it
ask you a
immediately.
question. Jesus Christ, let me ask
Go.
you a simple question. How did the U.S. cause Russia to invade Ukraine?
Didn't we back Zelensky with tens of millions of dollars, and he's effectively serving as a proxy president? Didn't they start shelling their own citizens, the Russian-speaking citizens on the eastern side? Didn't that all happen before Russia invaded? I think it did. But why don't they say that on CNN?
We didn't give any of the funding to Ukraine prior. I don't know what the fuck you're talking about. And what you're talking about in terms of what you're talking about in terms of Russians' treatment specifically within the context of Ukraine, you know that's because of the Russia like invading and owning and occupying Crimea, right? They literally annexed Crimea and took it, right?
You understand they killed their own Ukrainians as well.
Can you give me a source?
Can you give me a source that they didn't?
You're the one claiming that they did. You need to provide a source for the claim
You
that
just
they
claimed
did.
that they only killed Russians who annexed Crimea.
You made a claim that they did something. I'm just asking you for evidence
How do you
of
want
that.
me to deliver it?
Tell me the title.
Title of what? The article?
Mm-hmm.
Why would I have that handy?
You
Don't
can
you
go.
understand that's weird? Don't you have it? Are you sitting at like a fucking command center with computers and monitors?
You can look it up, and I'll talk to someone in the meantime.
So you don't think it's true?
Would you like to go look it up?
No. I don't write. You can do that.
Well, it was your claim. You should probably go look up your own claim, right?
I'd rather make a video just claiming that you're a liar afterwards and show a reasonable average person. Hey,
So you're just bad faith. So you're just bad faith. DD, thank you so much for the $20 YouTube super chat. Thank you so much. I really appreciate it. DD, thank you for the $20. Thank you so much. Secrecy Sync, thank you so much. Appreciate the $5. Thank you. What'd you say?
I've provided sources. I think we spoke before. I provided sources to you in the past.
What source?
I don't even remember the conversation.
Tony, I think of it $10. Thank you so much.
I'm not going to pause this conversation and spend 10 minutes finding it.
Go ahead. Well, you won't be able to speak on the live, so you can either go find a source or leave the live and go back into the comment section because I don't want to hear any of the more yapping unless you have a source to provide. So go find the source or leave. Yo, what's up? How old are you?
Hey, I'm 20.
Did you vote for Donald Trump?
I didn't vote personally because I don't agree with a lot of politicians.
Okay. Let's go on to the next person. Only send a guest request if you did vote for Donald Trump. We are just looking for some debates. Let's get this next person up. If you're on YouTube, do make sure to like the stream, everyone, to help send it out to more people. Would really appreciate that. If you want to support me, YouTube, Venmo, Cash App, PayPal, link tree in the description. For
Marco,
TikTok,
you're right,
Venmo,
bro.
Cash App, Venmo,
Marco, you're
PayPal,
right.
Cash App.
Oh, yo, let me tell him. Let me tell you why he's right, bro. I live in Arizona.
Link tree in the PayPal.
Arizona,
Ryan,
bro.
Ryan. What time is it?
What?
What time is it?
You mean what time is it? Where?
Where you fucking live, dude. Let's go on to the next person. Only send a guest request if you did vote for Donald Trump. We are just looking for some debates. Please, everyone. Only send a guest request if you did vote for Donald Trump. Yo, what's up? How old are you?
23.
Did you vote Donald Trump?
Yeah, for the second time.
Okay, why so?
I mean, Kamala. Imagine you see what happened with
Kamala?
Trump. Yeah, my bad. You see what happened with Trump and Zelensky today?
Mm-hmm.
Imagine Harris
Well, then I pushed the $2.
instead of Trump. Zelensky would have walked all over her.
You mean Harris?
Yeah.
So how would Zelensky have walked all over Harris?
Bro. Is that an honest question? I think you know the answer to that, but you're just gonna make me waste my time explaining it. Do you think Harris would have done as good of a job as Trump did?
Better.
Would we better? So you still want money going to Zelensky? I'm assuming.
Is there a way you can stop covering your mic?
I mean, is that better?
Nope.
All right, my phone's just ass. I'll drop down.
I don't think it's your phone. I think you're actually just covering the mic. Okay, they left. Gee, thank you so much. I appreciate the dollar on YouTube super chat. Thank you. Yo, what's up? How old are you? Let's get this next person up here. Only send a guest request if you did vote for Donald Trump. Yo, what's up? How old are you?
I'm 21.
Did you vote for Donald Trump?
Yep.
Why so? What's your birth year?
2003 August. Sorry, my voice is like it is. Yeah, I have to be pretty quiet just now.
Okay.
Neighbors, it's whole thing. It's my bad.
Okay.
But,
Why'd you vote Trump?
I just like all of his policies and stuff. You know, like.
What time is it?
I'm in Houston. It's 7:43 just now.
Okay. What's the capital of Texas?
Ah, shucks. Fuck you, you fucking bitch. Fucking.
Oh my gosh. Oh my god. Deshaun, thank you so much. I appreciate the $10. Thank you so much. Really appreciate it. Thank you so much. I really appreciate that. Alec, thank you for the $10. Thank you so much. Really appreciate it. Dawson, thank you so much for the $1.69. Thank you so much. Tonya, thank you so much for the $10. Kathy, thank you so much for the $50 on YouTube Super Chat. Thank you so much, Kathy. I really appreciate it. Some W's for Kathy in the comment section right now. Thank you so much, Kathy. I really appreciate that. Thank you so much. I really appreciate it. Thank you. W's for Kathy in the comment section.
How's it going?
Yo, what's up? How old are you?
24.
Did you vote Trump?
Yes.
Push the corgi. Okay, why'd you vote for Donald Trump?
Mostly had to do with things that I seen from his side that I agree more with than the other side.
What state do you live in?
Texas.
What's the capital of Texas?
Austin.
What time is it?
It is 7:44.
Okay, why'd you vote for Trump again?
Mostly the stuff that I agree with him on his side. I would say one of the main thing would be the whole immigrants and stuff along that side. That's one of many things that I agree with.
Okay. Yeah. Can you tell me like one of Donald Trump's immigration policies that you like?
So it mostly don't depend on policies. The thing that I view from my side, this is all I can say from me. I wasn't born over here. I'm a citizen over here, but it took my parents, well, my mom from her side, it took her around 8 years to try and get us over here legally, and she went through like a long process of trying to, do everything, stuff getting canceled for us to come over here legally, and then you have people just, coming over here, just coming through the border without going through that process, and then they get over here and they get all these hands out, and
I have a question. Do you believe in the American dream?
I see what you're saying. I do believe in the American dream, and I do.
So you think it should be better for children than it was for us?
I do.
So then why wouldn't you think that people should be treated better than people have in the past?
I do think people should be treated better in the past. It's just one of those things that you see that your parents basically what they had to do to get you over here, and then people get in so easily. That's all.
I understand. Obviously, you'd want it to be easier now than it used to be, right?
Yeah, I could understand that, but I'm just looking
That's
from
what
my
I'm saying. So just because people were treated badly in the past doesn't mean people should continue to be treated badly like that. Mayflower, think of a $7 Canadian.
I get that, but shouldn't people? My whole thing is, shouldn't it be focused on most Americans first? Like I said, I feel
immigrants
like
are Americans.
I feel like I have two different perspectives from this because, like I said, I wasn't born over here. And I see how it is in in another country compared to how it is over here. And I do believe, that, like I said, I don't. There's a lot of shit that he does on his side that I don't agree with, but it was just more I was the stuff that he said and was gonna do. I was leaning more towards that than what you know.
Yeah, if you can't tell me what that is, I won't be able to have a conversation with you.
It's
James, thank you for
mostly
the $10. Thank you so much. It would probably just be like that. You can achieve the same goals without actually having to same goals of democratization of the workplace and a higher quality of life without actually utilizing socialism. But yeah, continue, Ash. Sorry, I was just answering a question.
Nah, you good. Nah, but like I said, I mostly I watch your live and everything. I mostly to learn and stuff because, like I said, I'm not from here, so I'm trying to learn a lot of stuff on how everything works over here. But let me ask you this: what's your perspective? Like, why do you like mostly don't agree with Trump from his side?
He was held civilly liable of sexually abusing E. Jean Carroll. His tax policy will increase taxes in the low middle class and cause a decrease in taxes for rich people. He said that he might use the military to take Panama, Greenland, and use economic coercion in order to take Canada and make them the 51st state. He's like fucking unhinged and like insane.
Yeah, I do agree with a lot of that. Like I said before, I don't agree with everything that he does on his side. But another thing that I based it off is I another reason that I say I would vote for him is like I voted for him is I feel like there need to be some major change in America. I'm not really like here's my thing. I'll give from my side. I'll give Trump like I didn't vote for him the first time, only the second time. So my whole perspective is I'll give him that at least 3 years and see if anything gets better
I have a
without.
question. Do you think that the $5 million gold cards are good?
I am not I'm not sure. I heard about it, but I didn't look into it too much. I know I just seen video where he's like for the rich to give the 5 million gold card.
Do you think that's good?
I personally I don't think so, but I'm not 100% sure because I haven't looked into it more. So I don't want to give like a straight
Mayflower, I think
answer.
it is 7 Canadian. Do you think that would make the country a lot of money?
It could make some money, but I don't know the repercussions of having like, bunch of millionaires just buying their way in the country. So I'm not 100% sure in that. That's where I stand. It's something I'd have to look into because I don't want to say something that I don't know much about. I'm just like I said, the main reason why I lean towards Trump was based off like, life situation and how I see things, from my perspective. I just seen the other side. One of the other main things was there was a interview with my fault if I know you keep correcting people about saying her name, but I think it's Kamala, is that how you say it? I don't know, but I seen an interview where they were interviewing her and asking her if she would do anything different from what Joe Biden did, and she said no. So that's basically one of the main reasons because I was looking for change, if I'm keeping it real. And that's
yeah, that she's talking about under that administration. That doesn't mean she wasn't advocating for different policies.
yeah, and the other thing is, like I said, it all depends. I don't know other people's point of view, but my point of view personally, like I said, I come from a different country. The whole where they're I know you agree with the whole abortion thing and everything. Where I'm from, it's not really they don't really agree. Like,
What's wrong with abortion the first trimester?
See,
It's satanic. It's a satanic ritual, which is why modern day witchcrafts donate money because they believe it'll constitute a blood sacrifice.
How is it satanic?
That's why the largest abortion network in the United States is named after Lilith.
How is it satanic?
Demon. It's not a coincidence.
How is it satanic?
You're killing God's most precious thing.
How is it satanic?
Babies can't sin. They're as precious and perfect as they possibly can, and you're killing
How
God's
is I just want to know how is it satanic?
I just answered it several times.
Okay, so you think killing babies is satanic?
Yes.
Okay, then look at 1 Samuel 15:3, where God commands Saul and his men to slaughter men, women, children, and infants of Amalek. So God commanding the killing of infants is demonic?
Of Malik?
Of Amalek, yeah.
So
Mayflower, think of the 3 Canadian. Thank you.
My fault to cut you off, but I think it all depends on
wait, Ash, before you go into that, I just want Michael to respond to that, because 1 Samuel 15:3 does command Saul and his men to slaughter the men, women, children, and infants. So you're saying that God did something satanic.
Wait, say the verse one more time.
1 Samuel 15:3, and then read it off for the chat. Everyone, do tap that screen on TikTok. Let's get to 500,000 likes. If you're on YouTube, do make sure to like this stream, everyone. It helps send it out to more people. I think we're at like 600 likes right now. Let's try to get to 1,000 real quick, everyone. But keep tapping that screen, keep sharing live. Do you want to read it off for the chat?
Yeah. Y'all keep talking. Hold on, I'll read it off.
All right. So I was saying, this is my perspective and my opinion. I think it based off. I think a lot of my point of view come from where like I grew up, because personally over here I see.
Oh wait, before I have someone to think real quick. Nose, thank you so much for the $10. Thank you so much for. I'm a union electrician. Our labor rights are being threatened by Trump and Elon targeting agencies like the NLRB. I wish you to ask MAGA what they think about worker rights. Love you, Parker. Good question. What do you think, Ash?
So as I was saying, my wait, what was the question that he asked?
What do you think about like workers' rights?
What do I think of workers' rights? Explain that to me more. Do explain it to me more.
Yeah. So that was Samuel saying that, not God. And if you look,
no, it was God commanding that.
No, it was not.
Read the fucking verse. Read it. Can you read it out?
Let's see. Yeah, now go attack the Amalekite. I don't even know how the fuck you say that. And totally destroy all that belongs to them. Do not spare them. Put to death men and women, children and infants, cattle and sheep, camels and donkeys. But that is Samuel saying that, not God.
Read a verse prior.
Yeah, I'm just waiting. I don't want to cut him off or anything.
No, just Michael, while we talk, read the first few verses before that.
Yeah, my whole thing that I was stating, coming from my perspective, being over here and coming from somewhere, I think some of the stuff that I don't agree with is so normalized over here, and compared to where I'm from, I think that's where I just fall at. Because the whole abortion issue, it's like normal. It's so normalized over here.
Yeah, just tell me, why is abortion wrong in the first trimester?
I think it has to only do with. I think mostly how I see it is from a moral perspective. That's basically how I see it, and from where
I understand, but why is it wrong?
Yeah, I can't tell you why it's wrong or right, or if it is. I just guess it's just somewhere I grew up, like how I grew up. It's just in my mindset, moral wise. I can't give you the specific on third, first, or I don't know. I don't look into it much. I just, from a moral perspective, I just think it's wrong. I can't give you reasons, because where I'm from, you got a lot of people that feel the same way when they look, into American scene, all like the stuff that's going on over here. I have family members that are from there, and they're like, how could people just kill babies and, stuff like that. So I'm just coming from like a moral perspective. I don't know much about, I'm just giving you my side of where I'm from. That's how I see it. And that's mainly why I related towards
but why do you think it's wrong?
Yeah, I have the verse.
Oh,
go ahead, Michael. Read it.
Samuel said to Saul, I am the one the Lord sent to anoint you king over his people Israel. So listen now to the message from the Lord. This is what the Lord Almighty says. I will punish the Amalekites for what they did to Israel when they waylaid them
Just
as
read
they
it one
came
more
up
time, real
from
quick.
Egypt.
Just read that part one more time.
Wait, no. You're smart. Hold on. Now go attack the Amalekites and just totally destroy all that belongs to them. Do not spare them. Put to death men and women, children and infants, cattle and sheep, camels and donkeys.
How demonic.
Of Samuel to say that, I
No,
agree.
how demonic.
That's
How demonic, right? Of God.
Samuel say that?
No, wait, no. Again, this is a message from God, right?
No. Samuel is saying.
Okay, so Samuel's not a
God
legitimate book in the Bible. You think that's a false book?
I don't know. I'm not saying that. I haven't read the whole
Do you
thing.
think that
I
Samuel
personally
had
take
direction from
everything
God?
in there with a
Do you
grain
think
of
that
salt.
Samuel had direction from God?
I don't know.
Okay.
I haven't read it.
Good luck. You should go read your own scripture, man. But yeah, like again, if it's clear, if that's demonic, well then clearly you'd think it's demonic to like literally slaughter every single one of the Amalekites, including the men, women, children, and infants. Okay, I
So
would
do you not think it's demonic?
No, because
I'm
I don't
confused.
believe in demons.
But you don't think it's morally bad to kill infants?
I don't think it's morally bad to kill zygotes. Infants, yes, because they're sentient. Now, a zygote's not sentient. It's a single cell organism. An embryo is not sentient. It's a single cell organism. And I care a hell of a lot more about sentient women that have goals, aspirations, desires, suffering, positive experiences, right? And things that they're going to do in their lives, right? That they experience. And I care a hell of a lot more about that than I care about non-sentient embryos that have never experienced anything. And that if you got an abortion, would never experience anything ever.
This person said, "Stop using my religion to put rules on my body." See, the problem is what if I just came over and beat Parker an inch to death? I can do what I want with my body.
Hey, Michael.
You can't until it
I'm not using any.
infringes on
I'm not
someone
using any of your
else's rights.
I'm not using any of your resources. Also, I'm sentient. Okay. Michael, do you think that vaccine mandates should be a thing?
No, I do not.
So you're against restricting bodily autonomy to save human lives when they're sentient when it comes to vaccines, but you want to force women without their consent to go through a pregnancy because you want to restrict bodily autonomy to save human zygotes and embryos? You need to get a grip on reality, dude. I would care a hell of a lot more about the sentient. What'd you just say?
I said that is just an absolutely retarded argument.
You fucking using slurs? Get the fuck off my live, you weirdo. Absolute fucking weirdo.
All right. So, as I was saying, that point that y'all were making, from my point of view, people can do what they want. It's just, I don't really care. Like if I was in like a law position or president or anything, I wouldn't try to ban it. I don't agree with it, but it's like I said, it all up to me is just moral from my perspective.
Yeah, but like why?
I also what made it like mostly how I grew up, but another thing that made me
It's not like a reason.
another thing that made me question it. I don't know how true it is, or but I remember watching this video a while back from like a doctor that was explaining the whole procedure of how they take the baby, like how they do an abortion and how they have to tear all the parts apart.
Yeah, you just watched a propaganda video. You think most abortions happen at that stage in pregnancy? No, most abortions do not happen at that stage in pregnancy.
Yeah, but some have happened, right?
Cassidy, thank you for the $10. Thank you so much. And if it's past sentience and it's an elective abortion, I would think that's wrong. But typically, in those circumstances, if that was going to happen, it would be like medically fucking necessary.
Okay, but
Tiffany, thank you for the $30. Thank you so much. I really appreciate Tiffany. Can we get some W's for Tiffany in the comment section?
Necessary?
Thank you so much, Tiffany. Alec, thank you for the $10. Thank you so much. I really appreciate it. Thank you, Alec. Tanya, thank you for the $10. Marie, thank you so much. I appreciate the $5. Thank you.
Yeah, sorry about it. But I was saying, has some happened where it wasn't medically necessary? Has some abortions happened where they had to, rip it out where it wasn't medically necessary. They just did it because the person wanted to do it.
I already told you if that were to be the case, if it was an elective abortion that's lethal after the point of sentience, then it would be wrong. But
Yeah,
that's
but
not what's
no,
happening.
I'm just asking from your knowledge that, have it happened before.
I haven't seen any evidence indicating that, but is it possible it could have happened? Sure. Now, again, if that did and it was elective and not medical, then it would be wrong. But again, I don't see why people are waiting
Yeah,
6
so
to 8 months,
where
9 months to get an
I
abortion. I
stand.
just don't see that happening.
Because I
And
do
again,
believe
you're not listening. Again, you're not understanding is that doesn't mean at all that it's wrong to get an abortion in the first trimester.
Okay, I get that. So, other than the immigration issue and that's something that, and the abortions, those are something that made me lean towards the Republican side more. Um, but I would say another thing that I've noticed about Democrats is, being on social media and talking to people. I realize you guys give you guys act to be the good guys basically, in a way. And basically, if some y'all say that y'all are like y'all love and understanding, but if anyone say they're, the comments is like proof. If anyone says they support the other side, you guys give us like the biggest hate. And that's where I don't.
Do you hate people who have bad beliefs? Personality?
No.
Do you hate people that support rapists?
I don't hate people that
If
support.
someone went on a live and defended rapists, would you be mad?
Yeah, you could say that.
Well, welcome to the club.
No, but that's
Appreciate the team victory.
that's the
Thank you
other
so
thing.
much.
I
Well,
don't.
all we're just mad at people who support rapists.
No,
That's it.
my thing is I don't agree with what what Trump did or whatever, but you can't deny that some of those past presidents have did worse. And I'm not saying it's a good thing, but my whole
Saying a past president in U.S. history has done worse is not indicative of him being a good candidate.
yeah, that's the problem. So my issue was it was either voting for him or not voting at all because there was no other choice.
You
Like
could
I
have voted
said,
for Kamala Harris.
that's why I said I don't align with like a
Hashtag
lot of
Galaxy, thank
her,
you.
a lot
Mayflower,
of
thank you for the
her,
$7. Thank you.
a lot of her views. I don't align
And
with. So
Mayflower said, "Tell guest as a great victim, I am directly mad at people who support someone like that."
like I try to watch you guys so much before like the whole election to see if I can get another perspective from the other side so I could lean towards them more. But everything that was coming from that side just didn't align with, what I from what I believe in and stuff. So I just had to go with the only
Like
choice
what?
that
Like what?
the whole, immigration, the way how you guys handled it. I just maybe you guys
What
were
about it?
maybe you guys were
Like what
doing
policy do you disagree with?
mostly the whole, immigration, abortion, all that,
What about it? What policy do you disagree with?
So from the abortion side, it's you guys supported it heavy. And something that Trump did
What
said that
immigration policy would you possibly support?
enlighten me on the
What?
policies.
I'm okay. Do you not know a single immigration policy?
I told you I'm going based off what I like. I'm not going off based policies. I mentioned this in the video.
If you're
I'm
not going
going
based on policies, how do you evaluate?
I evaluate on mostly all, these channels and stuff reporting that these people coming in and not the legal way, and basically they're coming and they're giving everything, that Americans are getting. That's all I based off of.
Just claims, random claims that you've been hearing. That's
These
not
aren't
good enough evidence. Those are feelings.
No, these aren't random claims. These are directly from the news. You know, people in New York and everything.
What news? What news are you watching?
People.
Mayflower, thank you for the $3. Thank you. Can't hear you when you swipe out of the app.
CNN, CBS, Fox. I checked out everything.
I doubt you watch fucking CNN, CBS, or like you watch Fox. That's what you watch.
I do watch CNN to get their perspective. Like I said,
You watch
I'm
Fox.
an open.
Shut up, dude.
I'm an open book. I watch CNN, Rachel Maddow. You know, I watch all them people
Really?
on there.
Can you tell me one of her shows? One thing she's talked about in the last week?
So the recent thing that Rachel Maddow was talking about, shit. I can't. I swear I just watched one of her videos. I'm trying to remember which videos it was. See, it's gonna make it seem like a Yashi moment, but I've been watching so much fucking news. I can't fucking remember the last video that I watched of Rachel Maddow. Fuck. Yeah, but that's beside the whole point. I promise I check them all out. Like I said, I try to get a different
Jacob, think of
perspective.
the 10 PLN.
I'm not a
Josh, think of the
one-sided.
$5.
I'm not a one-sided person. I try to get, I'm a open I would say I'm an open person, you know. I try to get perspective from everywhere. Why do you think I watch you guys on TikTok? I try to see, you know, what you guys
Yo,
are saying.
Maxine, thank you so much for the $20
I try to
on
see what
Cash
you
App. Thank
guys
you
are
so much,
saying.
Maxine. Can we get some duppies for Maxine in the comment section? Thank you for the $20. Thank
Someone
you so much.
says
And
someone
Panya,
says
thank you for the $5. Thank you.
Yeah, but that's all my that's what where I stand, man. You know, I'm gonna keep watching y'all and hope I can get a different perspective. Pretty sure someone else wanna come on. Like I have no, you know, hate, or I'm just trying to.
Appreciate you. Let's go on to the next person. Only send a guest request if you did vote Donald Trump.